Critical Role says goodbye to the Mighty Nein, One Piece Season 2 is coming to Netflix sooner than we think, and Hasbro is making a D&D slot machine?
That don't make no sense!
Welcome to Fantasy News Friday on the Character Sheet, your home for fantasy and TTRPG news. And before we answer those questions about the week's biggest stories, why not take a second to hit those like and subscribe buttons to help us keep these videos coming. And then, let's dive into the news. Critical Role's latest episode saw the Mighty Nein finally reach their big battle with the Weave Mind, and despite some hilarious early moments like Sam rolling double nat ones back to back and Ford apparently forgetting he was engaged to Jester.
That's my friend Jester. She would like you to stop attacking.
I'm his fiance.
Sorry, yes, my fiance.
The fight was long, but ultimately sort of one-sided, with 7 level 20 characters just proving too tough for even the Weave Mind to really threaten. Although Jester did have to use Mass Heal again and pretend to be an actual cleric briefly. The big news came at the end of the show in the cooldown, where it became clear that the cast was basically positioning the Mighty Nein to be the emergency backup in case Bell's Hells fails. Or as Taliesin put it,
let's become the Vox Machina of the moon. Let's just stay up here and become the law.
While Matt clearly implied that the Mighty Nein could likely return depending on Bell's Hells' actions, the cast seemed to basically think of the Mighty Nein as the trump card to clean up Bell's Hells' mess. And it became pretty clear that they wouldn't be bothered if Bell's Hells did wind up getting wiped and the Mighty Nein had to step in and save the day.
Let's throw the game!
It sort of confirmed the idea that while Campaign 3 largely featured Bell's Hells, they were kind of just the POV characters that we saw the campaign through, and not necessarily the heroes, as it may in fact be the Mighty Nein to step in and save the day when things get really hairy at the end. Campaign 3 has had some issues connecting with critters given the kind of disjointed party they've sort of thrown together for the season, and it seems like even the cast themselves clearly loved their old characters and the magic that the Mighty Nein had more than the chaos of Bell's Hells.
We just
right
like
after
keep
this
playing
battle?
for like 45 minutes and just like
Ash
talk
Johnson.
to each other.
But either way, we will see Bell's Hells back in action, as we're now looking at the final 3 or 4 episodes of Critical Role Campaign 3, if that whole 2 to 3 episodes per party arc stays true. The only question left is, will the Mighty Nein be the ones left standing when it's all said and done?
I guess we have only one choice.
Hasbro has decided to bring Dungeons & Dragons into the world of gambling with a new partnership to create D&D themed slot machines. In one of the most bizarre moves as part of Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast celebrating D&D's 50th anniversary, the company is partnering with Games Global to create Dungeons & Dragons slot machines, which will hit casino floors in the beginning of 2025. The first of these slot machines, called Dungeons & Dragons Tales of Riches, is being called a high-engagement slot experience with the D&D brand that will transport players to new realms of fantasy, but in reality will probably just transport their money directly to the casino. This quite literal money grab by Hasbro has set off some negative reactions across social media, with a lot of fans questioning the decision to put the brand into the world of professional gambling alongside other Games Global slot machines featuring the WWE and Floyd Mayweather. But we'll see for ourselves when the machines hit casino floors in Q1 of 2025.
Well, good luck with all that.
Vice Admiral Garp himself has let it slip that the hotly anticipated Season 2 of One Piece on Netflix will be released around Christmas 2025. Vincent Regan, who plays Vice Admiral Garp, the hero of the Navy, in the live-action One Piece, revealed in an interview with Serial Killers at Comic-Con Vienna that, quote, "I've come back from South Africa now. I've filmed Season 2, everything my character is doing in Season 2 is finished, and now they're finishing in about a month. I think they'll finish filming. So I think the show will be ready for Netflix before Christmas next year, I hope. And I guess they'll start filming Season 3 pretty soon. I think it's called the Alabasta story arc. Not only does this give us our first real window for the new season's release, it also reveals that we may not see much at all of Joe Manganiello's Crocodile, as he's the primary antagonist of the Alabasta story arc, so he may just be showing up at the end of Season 2 along with some of his Baroque Works minions to kind of set up Season 3 in the final episode. Regan claims the Arabasta arc will need 2 seasons as well, so Netflix clearly has huge plans to keep One Piece going, and we can't wait to see what we get with Season 2 when that drops in about a year.
Not bad, boy.
And finally, Wizards of the Coast and Dungeons & Dragons are giving fans their first look at the returning Greyhawk setting with a special live experience at MagicCon Chicago. The convention will be the debut of D&D's new convention play campaign series, Legends of Greyhawk, that fans in attendance can all join in with an adventure that will be exclusive to MagicCon for several months, before finally releasing to the public at Gen Con 2025. This new Legends of Greyhawk campaign will be completely separate from D&D's old Adventurers League, and will be an ongoing narrative run by Wizards of the Coast at major events, while Adventurers League will become a community content program, i.e. you may see it at your local stores, but Legends of Greyhawk will be the big new campaign run at all the major events Wizard attends. Wizards of the Coast promises that the actions of the players at these conventions will actually shape the future of the campaign and of Greyhawk itself. So if you want to do some IRL world building with your D&D adventures, head out to MagicCon Chicago, or wait for the new campaign to officially launch next summer at Gen Con and check out the returning world of Greyhawk. That's all we have this week for Fantasy News Friday. Let us know what your favorite story was in the comment section, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons.